Hi YouTubers, hi Facebookers, hi Instagrammers, how are you? I don't know really how to start this vlog, this video. The news is not good. So you have all heard that within the last 48 hours, I think it was, it all happened on Trans Day of Visibility on the 31st of March this year, 2022. The government said initially that it was not going to have a ban on conversion therapy for the LGBTQ community. They were not going to institute a ban on conversion therapy. Everybody then went off their heads. And then the government rolled back on that and said, oh no, we are going to legislate for a ban on conversion therapy, but not for the trans community. So, anybody who's seen the stats on conversion therapy knows for a start that the vast majority of people who suffer from the practices of conversion therapy are members of the trans community. And of that proportion of the trans community, it is trans women. And of that proportion of the trans community, it is predominantly and more percentage-wise affects trans women of colour. But it affects the whole community, really, on a broad spectrum, the whole of the trans and non-binary community. We are the most put upon community out of the LGBT, and the whole community on the whole has been banding round the T and supporting us and really showing solidarity. So this total confusion from government about the ban has sort of rolled back and then saying, oh no, but we're not going to introduce it for trans folk and non-binary folk. I mean, what? Just randomly shoot us or something. Just don't make a pretense of it. You don't like us. You don't want us to exist. You wish we would go away. We understand that. This whole policy that the government has announced just tries to drive a wedge in the LGBTQ community to divide the T from the rest of it, to divide the L and the G and the B from the T. That's what this is basically about. It's also a culture war issue that is good to kick around trans people and particularly trans women. It's good to kick us about, especially when it's an election year. And as everybody knows, in this country, in the UK, and predominantly in England, I don't know if it's in Wales and Scotland, but it's predominantly in England, we have local elections. We have city, county and borough elections, and they're all up. And the Tories aren't doing so well in the opinion polls at the moment. They're just breaking clear of Labour, but only just. And in some opinion polls, they're neck and neck with Labour. So they're looking for someone to throw out there for the meat and chips of the general public to chew over and say, look at them, look at those people over there, aren't they disgusting? We don't want them in our society. And so it's people like me that get it. I didn't know. It is so frustrating because it's almost like the Conservative government doesn't want to hide it anymore. They're just blatantly bigoted towards the trans and non-binary community. It's just blatant. It's in your face. You don't need to look at it, and they're backed up by the media. The media backs them up. I was at as you may have seen from one of my posts earlier, I was at a cost of living crisis protest today, and there was an assemblement of left-wing people there selling papers from different parties. There was Socialist Appeal, the Socialist Workers' Party, the Socialist Party, all different groups like those, anti-racism groups. They were all there. And I was stood there at the table of the Socialist Party just listening to one of the speakers, and this cheeky Morning Star journalist, newspaper seller, made a beeline towards me. I could see him from the crowd. He come right up to me and goes, do you want a free paper? I just looked at him, looked at the paper, and I thought, you seriously think I'm going to take a copy of that transphobic literature after that horrible cartoon hit piece you did on my community? You must be... And I told him to jog on. So this is just another example of the trans community getting it in the teeth. And there doesn't seem to be much we can do about it other than take the punches for now. Roll with them, take them. I'm not entirely sure. There's not really a lot else we can do because we don't seem to be having many wins elsewhere unless it's in the courts. And then it's only in the courts because people are lobbying government to change legislation to make people like me no longer exist. I wanted to do the video on the cost of living crisis. I wanted to do a piece on that. I don't know if I can now because this whole incident is just... It was just... I was out taking a video of, if you've seen the posts, of my pride flag, my trans pride flag out on the flagpole, flying proud for Trans Day of Visibility. And I came in and I heard the news on the radio and I heard no conversion therapy ban. And I thought, what? Well, that's just... I just thought, well, that's just typical. That's just typical of the Tories. And then I sat down and I wrote the passage, the report to go on the post to go on the bottom of my video, and I mentioned about the ban not being a ban, and then I woke up, I went to bed, and I was hearing all this story that the government had rolled back and said, oh no, we are going to ban conversion therapy, but not for trans people and non-binary folk, just for everybody else, but not trans people and non-binary folk. And I just thought, they're not trying to hide it, are they? They're not even being subtle. Beforehand, you could say there was a certain bit of subtlety to it. There was a bit of, to some degree, a bit of ambivalence, a bit of subtlety. Now they just don't care. We are the kicking horse of British society, British media, British politics. Labour can't get a cohesive argument in support of people like me in the media, and they fall for the same old trap questions that the media give them every time. I'm really sorry I haven't got better news, but we're just going to have to roll with the punches and take our blows and try and rally and try and fight more, because that's all we got. Otherwise it's just going to be impossible for people like me to exist in this country, and I don't have any disposable income or any means of going abroad, so I'm going to be stuck here existing. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't bring you more news. I didn't know how long this video was going to be because I didn't know much. There wasn't really much to say. You all know what's happened. All of you are well in tune with the media. You're all aware of what the Tories have done. They're not hiding it anymore. It's blatant. Just please. Yeah. Please, if you can, please like, share and subscribe. I will post again soon. Thank you, my viewers, for sticking with me, especially on Facebook and Instagram. You really make these... Just viewing these videos makes it worth doing, to know that people are engaging with them. I get a few comments on YouTube, not very often. I get a number of likes on Instagram. I get a number of likes on Facebook. I don't have much traction on YouTube. I get more traction on Facebook and Instagram. So you people make this worthwhile for me doing this, and if I wasn't doing this and reporting on the news to you and giving you my thoughts and commentaries as a trans woman, I'd probably be stewing and shouting at the telly. So please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.